So guys, remember that change that everybody was hating on Gaijin because they were basically nerfing the NATO RWR in some areas, like for example identification of PANTSIR AA systems and other things like that. That basically the AA systems were the RWRs of these aircraft wouldn't actually detect, or would actually detect the PANTSIR, but it wouldn't identify it as a PANTSIR. So we have an update on that, okay guys? So they are going to revert that change a little bit, okay, for some of these RWRs. So the ALR 56, ALR 67 and 68 and 69, as well as one of the AH-64 Apaches, right, the D variant, will be able to identify SAMs. It's very basic, the response, but there was basically a bug report made by SA4D86445, which is a very interesting name, that basically was responded by the community, like the managers, right? And they talked with the devs, and just after the dev server, they confirmed that these RWRs that I just said will be able to identify stuff like the PANTSIR again. So reverting at least some of the changes that we had in the actual dev server, which is a great news, especially for these American, RWRs. Of course, we're gonna have to wait and see how many other RWRs and how this is going to be ever implemented in the game. We have to see if there's other RWRs that will not be able to identify the PANTSIR, or they will be, etc, etc. Of course, we don't know yet because they only confirm for some of these. But for example, the ALR 56 is used on the F-15, on the F-16, no, the F-15, the F-15E, and some others, right? So there are a lot of top-tier aircraft that will have these NATO NERF reverted on their RWR, being able to defend themselves a little bit better against the PANTSIR S1, which I think it's, well enough, very, very good, especially due to this bug report. It was a very, very detailed bug report, and I gotta say, I mean, it's complicated to have such a good AA system like the PANTSIR and not be identifiable, because it's gonna be really, although, I mean, there's arguments there because, of course, the PANTSIR and other AA systems like the ARATs and stuff, they will defend the tanks, and a lot of people want these AAs to be good so that CAS is not, actually OP or anything like that. But at the same time, we do need balance between all these machines, right? So, and the PANTSIR is like, the PANTSIR is the best AA system in the game. It's such an amazing AA system that I think it really deserved to have at least an identification there, because then people can actually plan to attack them or to use that little information. It's just a very small information, but to identify it means that you will be able to stay alive for a longer period of time. So very, very good change, actually. So thank you, this guy, SA4D86445, to doing this bug report. And also thank you, Gaijin, for actually listening, right? This is a good change, in my opinion. The PANTSIR is really, really, really amazing. So, if you want something realistic, but apparently it isn't, it really isn't that realistic. It's complicated, right? I'm not gonna get too much into it because I don't have the inside informations of these things, I know that certain RWRs cannot identify the PANTSIR as S1, right, in the RWR, but there are multiple ones that apparently can. So it needs to be realistic, in my opinion, and apparently this is the way to be the most realistic about it. Okay, guys, so very, very cool. Hopefully this is implemented in the game. Apparently it will. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about this change. I see you guys on the next one tomorrow. Leave a comment, leave a like, always helps a lot. And yeah, see you guys, bye.